Mexikid, a graphic memoir by Pedro Martín. Chapter 1. Ready, set, go. They call me Peter, but my real name is Pedro. If your family's from Mexico, like mine is, you usually have a couple of names you can go by. Some people go full-on Mexican and keep their real names. Some of us slip and slide between an American-style name and a Mexican one. I come from one big Mexican-American family, and I mean big. I'm the 7th of 9 kids. 9! Let me introduce you. The hastily prepared, super superficial beginner's guide to the Martín family. Hey, hold on. Isn't Martin an American-style name? Not when you pronounce it Martín and roll your R's like a fancy Spaniard. Appa, Pedro Sr., American-style name. Dad, inventor, farmer, and a crack shot with a slingshot. Ama, Mercedes, American-style name. Mom. She knows how to heal any wound, real or imagined. Plays harmonica. Salvador, also known as Chava, American-style name. Sal. Science enthusiast. He can grow a beard if he wanted to. Lidwina, also known as Leela. American-style name, Leela. Historian and tree hugger, the nice one. Leon. American-style name, Leon. Some of us get off easy on the name switch thing. Half of the Leon and Noe punching and pranking team. Noe. American-style name, Noe. Pronounced Noe. He loves flowers. Kidding. He loves punching. Ruth. American-style name, Ruth. In Spanish, it sounds like root. Business-minded adventurer, ghost whisperer. Hugo. American-style name, Hugo. Because in Spanish, it's Hugo. It's a no-win scenario. Best guitar player in the family. Also, the only guitar player in the family. Alejandro. American-style name, Alex. The baby. All-around lovable, smartass, and poop stirrer. Odon. American-style name, Adam. Half of the Adam and Alex team of Ama's favorite kids. He's almost totally unflappable. And then there's me. Fair is fair. Here's the Martín family guide to Peter and or Pedro. Leon and Noe. He's not fast. And he's weird. Leela. Leave him alone. He's just creative. Root. That's code for he lives in a fantasy world. Sal. That's my fault. I took him to see Star Wars once and he's never been the same since. Hugo. He likes comic books too, and he can draw pretty good. Except for the hands. He sucks at hands. Alex. He collects dolls. Adam. He calls them action figures. Appa. We think he should become a priest or maybe a mariachi. Both make hundreds of dollars a weekend. Ama. He's a great translator when I have to go to the doctor or shop for a bra. He knows a lot about bras now. Not true. Moving on. Our house was built to comfortably fit a family of 5. But we were a family of 11, and we were about to get even bigger. The year was 1977, dinner time. Dinner time was just a concept, really. With that many people in our house, you ate when you could, where you could. We almost never ate at the dinner table at the same time. Not because there was no room, but because we did not enjoy eating together. Dame tu plato. No quiero más arroz, ama. If you're finished, go. Are you still talking? Why are you still talking? I have 2 more bites, dummy. Ooh, he called you dummy. That's a slapping offense. Shh, slap him during the commercial. Personally, I would rather focus on TV than my big brother Noe while I eat. Noe had the most to say about, well, everything. especially about my weight. Now what? I was the roundest Martín, and my older brothers would never let me forget it. Do you live to eat, or eat to live? Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie Pumping Iron had just come out, and Noe was all about muscles and fitness sayings. Milk is for babies. Are you a man or are you a babies? Are you stupid naturally or naturally stupid? They weren't all amazing zingers, but if you were quick enough, they could sting. Leave now. Making dumb comments about what each other looked, smelled, acted like was so common in our house that it didn't really bother me. Being defined by what I looked, smelled, acted like was a different matter. I am a richly layered cake of a human being once you get to know me. My smell does not define me. Fine, I like sitting over here anyway. The bar seat was really the best seat for watching TV. Unfortunately, it was also the greeter position. If anyone came through the front door, you and your dinner had to say, hello. If it was a family member coming through the door, the greeting was typical Big Brother stuff. Fwip, bloop, dude. But if it was a guest or a compania that came through the door, you had to stand up, swallow fast, and make them feel welcome. Hola, hola, aramise a comer. Even if you weren't sure who they were. Have a seat, take my plate. I haven't touched it except to fish the car keys out. With compania in the house, the next best place to sit was on the living room floor. It rendered you invisible to adults and closer to God. I mean closer to the TV. Hablé con el señor que cuida el cementerio y me dijo que está empeorando. One of my favorite shows was Happy Days. It was the perfect show to have on when adults were talking about seemingly serious matters. And que sera más de, ay. All the clapping and catchphrases nicely drowned out almost all the bad news you might overhear. Necesita vender los animales. Hey, grades aren't cool. Learning is cool. Ir a Mexico en esta clap, clap, true. That's why you're the Fonz, Fonz.
Hey.
I ayuda al Abuelito. Huh? But that night, 2 words did get through. Mexico and Abuelito. My Abuelito lived thousands of miles away in Jalisco, Mexico. We'd been living in California, USA since before I was even born. Our family moved up here to pick strawberries and start new lives. But Abuelito stayed behind, so I didn't see him for years at a time. All I really knew about him was that he lived through the Mexican Revolution like 100 years ago. Now he was just an old widower living with one relative or another. Suddenly, the old guy was the topic of some really intense conversations. Órale. Nos vamos en 6 días. Agreed. We leave in 6 days. Wait, what's happening? I think Apá said something about going to Mexico. Abuelito nos necesita. Arréglense. What? Abuelito needs us. Everybody get ready. From what I could tell, we were going to Mexico in 6 days to bring our Revolutionary War-era Abuelito here, to California, to this house, to live with us. This is crazy. Why does he need to come here? There's no room here. He can have the top bunk. Hope he brings his mules. He's bringing his mules? Where are they supposed to sleep? The top bunk is free. Yeah, Adam's bunk already smells like mule. They'll feel right at home. This always happened around here. Big decisions were made, and suddenly we all had to adjust our entire lives. You'd think my vote would count for something here in the USA. I'm kidding. We didn't vote in this house. This house was a Mexican family-style dictatorship. Ya dije vamos a hacer espacito. Verás. But why now? I already said we'll make room. You'll see. But why now? Why not wait until Sal moves out or Alex runs away or something? You know, to the circus or the zoo? Probably the zoo. Peter, stop asking so many questions. He's our Abuelito and he needs us, okay? Get with it. Aw, man. As I walked back to my overshared, mule-scented room, I noticed a picture of Abuelito on the fridge. What's so important that you need us to come all the way to Mexico to bring you back here? My ama had covered the fridge with all kinds of photos and souvenirs from throughout the years. The bottom drawer had pictures of all of us doing sports and wearing uniforms. There were also pictures of aunts, uncles, and cousins from all over the place. Most of them I hadn't seen in forever. There were a couple of Abuelito, too, all looking the same, old and stern. That was his thing, old and stern. I'd see my Abuelito every few years or so, but I remember the very first time I met him, I was really little and he was super old, even back then. Famous first meetings. When will Abuelito be here? He's right behind you. Oh, hola, Abuelito. No, that's not him. This one. Hola. This child is shaped like a barrel. He's barrel-shaped. Now kiss his hand. It's what we do. In our family, you can either kiss an elder's hand or get pinched by an elder's hand. The choice is yours. The top of the fridge had pictures, too. These were mostly funeral cards and newspaper clippings. The freezer door is where we displayed those of us who had died. Are you checking to see if you're dead? Daily. You always want to check and see which side of the fridge you're on. You never know. You might wake up dead and not know it. Sounds logical. Lila was the sibling I was closest to. She totally got me and was never mean. You're worried about Abuelito coming to live with us, huh? Kinda, yeah. It'll be fine. It'll just take some time for him to get used to living here. Well, what if he doesn't like us? You mean you? What if he doesn't like you? We won't have anything in common. Does he even like Star Wars? Has he even seen it? How do I even start to explain Chewbacca to this man? My Spanish isn't that great, and he speaks no English. It'll be an awkward staring contest that will last forever. Dude, Star Wars has nothing on the life Abuelito has led. You should take advantage of the situation and learn about him. I mean, if you like stories so much, there's a lot of good stuff here. Adventure, war, love, tragedy. Is that Abuelita? How'd she die again? It was so sad. She ate an ice cream bar too fast and died of a brain freeze. Really? Well, yes and no. It was probably an embolism or an aneurysm that she got while eating the ice cream. Oh, wow. Hey, do you think it's disrespectful putting her picture on the freezer door then? 'Cause of the ice cream? Get it? Get it? Get it? Not cool. I mean, that's mean. So why do you think Abuelito's coming to live here after all these years? Because he's basically been alone since we left for the U.S.? Ama and Apa felt bad for leaving him behind and have been trying to get him to come live with us for years. But why now? Apa just explained that part to everybody. Weren't you listening? Happy Days was on. Well, you should ask him yourself. In the meantime, you need to grab all your old toys and clothes and give them to Ama. What? Why? That stuff is mine. Ama needs to make space for Abuelito's stuff. Your stuff is going to get bundled up so we can take it to the poor kids back in Mexico. Win-win. No. So on top of adding an old man to this already crowded house, I'm losing my most beloved tight-fitting t-shirts and gently loved toys? What? Stop looking at me. Stop. Everyone in the family had at least one special skill or superpower. Seriously, stop it. Lila had what we called the look. She didn't say anything. She just looked at you with deep and penetrating disappointment. She just stared at you until you collapsed under the weight of your own shame. It's pretty awesome when it's not pointed at you. Okay, stop looking at me. I'm excited to take on this old-timer and give away all my cool stuff. You win-win. The upside is, with all your stuff bundled up to give to the poor, you'll have a little room to get some new stuff in Mexico. Or new stuff from the Kmart. Jeez. Yes, we're going to the Kmart. Lila's other superpower was to know me too well.